This template of Notion can solve most of your issues when it comes to handling the content, the design, the video and branding, as well as the scheduling and revenue handling of your social media channels. Have you been overwhelmed with the amount of information, design, video and content that you have to handle when managing all social media channels? You need to keep a check on the number of followers, the amount of money you've earned from the sponsored post, the PR and the collaboration. And for each different channel, you need to have a particular structure. Well, this Notion template of social media marketing management can solve and structure and equally organize all of your information in one place. Let's get started. As you can see, this template is already published and you can check the link in the YouTube description for that. To start with, I've created this dashboard, which actually is a gist of all of your social media profiles, starting from the link of your profile, the number of followers, how many posts have you done or scheduled, and then the number of revenue earned. Now, I'm repeating that the total calendar post and the number of revenue earned is automatically generated when you change the databases of the calendar as well as the monthly revenue track. I have created this navigation for easy to use and to check out most of the pages I've created for social media channels. For example, it's the social content post, the social post calendar where you're actually scheduling the content that you've created. Then we have branding and design. And then we have the media library where you can have your Figma files, your Canva files, your Adobe Illustrator and other files uploaded here. We then have the revenue section, which is basically the paid collaboration, the sponsors and the revenue. And then we have the monthly revenue track. Now I'm calling it monthly, but this is where basically you can also have a look at the amount of revenue you've earned from each platform, which is Facebook, Insta, or any other that you add in the social media platform section. And this will be automatically generated here once you start putting in the revenue amounts in the database of monthly revenue track. And then similarly, for the goals and the targets that you create each month or quarterly or yearly, you can add that in the social media targets section. I'm going to be checking each of these databases step by step. Let's get started with the first one, which is basically the social content post. I've added the board view of the social content post in here. What I would suggest is to focus on the content first. Fill up this sheet with as much available content that you have in your mind and actually associate it with the social media channels in here. But do not schedule it right now. Once you go down in the social post calendar, you can relate this content in this calendar automatically. And that's how you do it. Let's just say if I go to the calendar list view. Now I want to put some content in LinkedIn. This is my new post. This is the relation property of the social content, which is basically the content that you've already written here. Now you put in the new post idea, which is basically the same content that I've written here, paste it here, and then you select the campaign, self, business, sponsor, random, or any that you like. You set up a due date and that is automatically added in the calendar. Here you go, 14th, that's it. LinkedIn is a post. When you click over it and you want to see where is the content, this is it. You click over the content and you directly go to the content page, the outline of the post, the keywords that you want to add, any other major points or any relatable support idea. That's it. Below that we have our monthly targets and monthly revenues. It's a simple database where you can have your monthly target based on your social media platforms, or you make them monthly. In this section you can see the revenue board of how much each of the platform has earned, which is basically a monthly data. In the sponsorship and the PR section, where I've added revenue, is basically a point of how much a single post has given you. However, in this section of monthly revenue is an overall revenue from all the platforms that you're working at. One of the most common issues in social media management is the number of PRs, collaborations, sponsorships, and revenues earned from different social media channels that you would like to keep a track on. One of the databases that this template has is the paid collaboration, sponsors, and revenue section. In this section, the database has details of the type, the status, the start and the end date of the sponsorship or any collaboration, the partners involved, the branding and design guidelines and circulation property, the revenue earned from this particular sponsorship, and the payment status, along with the social media platform for which you're actually doing the collaboration. Once the database starts filling in, and you would like to filter the information based on social media platforms, the simple and easiest way to do that is putting in a filter. Click on the filter button and go to the social media platform section. In here, you can see all your social media platforms. You click on Facebook and you will get to see all the sponsors, your collaborations that are solely for Facebook. Similarly, that's it for the social media management template. If you have any questions or any further customizations, feel free to reach out to me.